Businesses often make purchases that help them to maintain or grow their current operations. So this is called a capital expenditure. So in this video, you will learn what is capital expenditures and how it works, as well as some example. Well, what is capital expenditures? Why does anyone buy new furniture? Generally, it is bought to improve the overall looks and feel of your home. So most people are not going to purchase new furniture on a monthly basis or even on a yearly basis. Purchasing furniture is not a regular household expenses. When businesses purchase physical items to enhance or maintain their performance, but are not regular everyday expenses, this expense fall under the category of a capital expenditures, and it is also known as a capital expense or CAPEX. So capital expenditures do one or two things here. They either help to upgrade your existing business or they promote the growth of your business, such as purchase a new business, right? So you can find these capital expenditures under your balance sheet. Typically, it will be shown in the sections labeled as fixed asset, or sometimes it's called the long-term asset or non-current assets. A fixed asset is an accounting term that refers to a physical assets that cannot readily be converted to cash. So this will include things like your office furniture, properties, or your equipment. Let's say you bought a house that costs $250,000. Most people will not pay for it at once, right? And the cost of it will be spread out over a specific period of time. Businesses do the same thing with capital expenditures. In accounting, this is called capitalizations. What this means is that the cost of the physical assets is spread out over its useful life. The balance sheet is also show the assets depreciations. This may be defined as a decrease in the assets value over time. The key formula in order to calculate a business capital expenditure, you will need the balance sheet for the years you are interested in. Capital expenditure equal to purchase of any new fixed assets plus upgrades to existing fixed assets minus any sales of any fixed assets during the accounting period. It is also helpful to understand how depreciation is calculated. There are several ways that depreciations may be calculated. However, in this video, we will only discuss the straight line depreciation method because this is the simplest method. Annual depreciation is equal to capital expenditures divided by the life of your fixed assets over in years. Right. For example, your capital expenditures is varies depending on the business and the industry. Some businesses like an oil refinery company, they will require a large capital expenditures for things like their plant, their equipment. However, capital expenditure is required for most businesses. Let's look at an example here. Mary owns a daycare business. She has decided to purchase a new commercial grade playground equipment. The playground equipment costs around $40,000. It costs $2,500 for the equipment to be delivered and $1,000 for it set up. Mary expects that the playground equipment will last 7 years before it needs to be replaced. So Mary's balance sheet will show the $43,500 for the cost of the playground equipment and depreciations over 7 years. Okay, so what is the lesson summary here? Let's review. Capital expenditure is any money a business spends to upgrade or grow their business. It can be also referred to as a capital expense or CAPEX. So there are two types of capital expenditures. First is the upgrade of fixed assets investment in future growth. Capital expenditures are located on the balance sheet and under fixed assets. A fixed asset is a physical asset that cannot readily to be converted to cash. It is long-term assets that will be useful for more than 1 year. It is capitalized, meaning that it is spread out over time and depreciated. Depreciations refer to the value of something that decreases over time. And the formula to calculate capital expenditure is capital expenditures equal to purchases of any fixed assets plus upgrades to existing fixed assets minus your sales of any fixed assets during the accounting periods. Remember, the formula necessary to calculate capital expenditures relate an example of the way in which capital expenditure works. Right? So that's all for my sharing today. If you learned something new, don't forget to give me some comments and subscribe my channel with notifications. My name is Vivienne and I see you in my next video.